Welcome to Tater Time with Big Al and the Tater. Your host, Mr. Caleb Strickland.
Hey everybody, welcome to this week of Tater Time for Rivalry Week. Sorry for the hiatus. Missed y'all last week. Don't have Caleb or Kyle this week also. Our schedules just kind of didn't match up. So Tater's coming at you alone. We got some recapping to do from the high school second round of the playoffs. All three area schools bowed out gracefully. Stanhope lost to Park Crossing by 3 points. Their season comes to an end at 9-3. Really hate to see it end that way. Heartbreaker, but Stanhope has nothing to be ashamed of. Had a great season. Way to go, Mustangs. Way to keep fighting till the end. Prattville took a loss to Central, 24-6, and Central has found themselves in the championship against Thompson next Friday night at Auburn. Tough break for Prattville too. They finished season 9-3. Also, Wetumpka took a bigger defeat, 63-21 at home versus Spanish Fort. Their season comes to an end at 6-6. Hopefully next year will be better for the Indians. Moving on to college football, we had some storylines that kind of shocked everybody with the Ducks going down to the Sun Devils last night in Tempe in the desert, Death Valley of the Pac-12. The Ducks just couldn't get it done, and they took a loss, and their playoff chances have gone out the door. Another game that really had a controversial ending, Oklahoma and TCU come down to a 4th and 2 play. Jalen Hurts stopped short. The refs called it a first down. After reviewing it, they still upheld the call, which I don't know what they're looking at. Even the announcer, Brock Heward, was just beside himself with this call. I still have no idea what they're looking at here, and it was a terrible call. I know you survived 28-24.
Outside the yellow line we have on our screen, which, is not official. See the ball ever get close? They've spotted him right at the 42. Dean Blandino, who's had a busy fourth quarter tonight. What do you think?
So he needed the 42. It's really tough in a pile like that. You're trying.
And lastly, the game we want to touch on, Yale and Harvard. There was actually a protest at halftime, which is crazy, on climate change. Believe it or not, it really happened. Yale actually comes back and wins in double overtime. And kind of crazy, at halftime they were losing this game, but come back and win in double OT. Really crazy situation. Still kind of laughing about the whole thing. So now moving into this week, we have our rivalry games. And the game we'll start with is in Knoxville with Tennessee and Vanderbilt. And you're probably asking, why are we even covering this game? And Kyle and Caleb would say, because Adge is a homer Vanderbilt fan, which I'm not a Vanderbilt fan, just so everybody knows. But no, seriously, Tennessee was 2-5 coming in before this 4-game win streak. They're at 6-5 now, and they have a chance to win their 7th game. They're a 19.5-point favorite over Vanderbilt. Actually like the Vols to beat the Doors. If they cover, I don't know about that, but I do think they get the win and move to 7-5. Moving on to another game with Big Ten Conference Championship implications. Wisconsin travels to Minnesota. 38 degrees is supposed to be the high. There's a chance of snow also. The Gophers are an underdog again. So again, they're getting a little no respect. I actually am pulling towards Minnesota. I think Minnesota gets it done at home and gets to the Big Ten championship game where they will play Ohio State. And we'll get into that game here in a minute. But I do see the Gophers with the upset. And like I said, we get into the game or game, whatever you want to call it. Michigan and Ohio State in Ann Arbor. Another chilly game, 40 degrees, rain, drizzle. Ohio State better watch out in this game. That being said, I'm still taking the Buckeyes. I think they will get it done in Ann Arbor because I don't think Harbaugh can get it done. But we'll see. So there's that game. And the other game that's going to be really interesting Saturday, especially with all the stuff going on with Tua being hurt. Not going to be playing in this game. So it's Mac Jones versus Bo Nix, the battle of the tens. Number 10 for Auburn, number 10 for Alabama. Auburn's defense presents a big problem in this game, and Alabama should definitely be worried about this. But I do think if they can get a running game going and get Mac Jones to get some confidence in this game, I think Bama can win this game. That being said, the way Bo Nix has played all year, I wouldn't be surprised if Bo Nix has the game of his life and just shows everybody that he's whatever he was hyped up to be. And I actually am kind of surprised. I thought he was going to be better than what he showed so far. I mean, he's not done terrible, but he definitely hasn't been as advertised like everybody thought. So I'm taking the Tide in a game that I think Bama wins by 10 points or more. So I think they need this game, and if they don't, then their playoff hopes are over. So I think Bama does get this done and gets the win. The other game that's going to be very interesting is Oklahoma traveling to Stillwater. The low in Stillwater is supposed to be 26, so it could be breezy and really cold. So it'll be interesting to see how Jalen deals with the cold weather in Stillwater. I think Oklahoma has enough weapons to beat Oklahoma State, but is their defense good enough to stop Oklahoma State's running game with Chuba Hubbard? I am taking Oklahoma just because the playmakers on Oklahoma's offense, but I do think it'll be another tight game, and it could go either way. So that's the big games this week. My sneaky good game this week to look out for is Virginia Tech. This could have implications on the ACC championship game. Who plays Clemson? Which I don't think it matters which team plays Clemson because I think they'll beat either one of them. And the other two games, Mississippi State and Ole Miss, the Egg Bowl, which is in Ole Miss. Ole Miss is the underdog in this game, which I'm surprised. I'm actually taking the Rebels to pull the upset and beat the Bulldogs. And the last game that I think you should look for is Cincinnati at Memphis. This is another game against teams with one loss, and I think the Memphis Tigers beat Cincinnati Bearcats. And that's all we have for this week. So tune in next week, guys, and we'll try to get back on track with all three of us together. Leave your comments at the bottom. See anything that we messed up on or something you don't agree with, just let us know. And we'll see you next week.